What is good, y'all? Hey, today we're doing Eminem featuring Easy Mill, Head Honcho. Now, I was told that, well, we already know that Eminem went nuts on this track, and I was told that this song is basically like a who runs the game kind of anthem, that Easy Mill comes in like he's the new boss and Eminem steps in like that's cute, buddy, but I'm still the king, I'm still OG. What I'm gonna try and do is break down these bars, maybe some of the wordplay, some of the double meanings, um, and let's see what gets past me. Now, before I dive into this, please comment, on what I missed, because I know there's a lot of bars, and it's been a minute since I broke down some M bars, and I don't get a lot of action on these. I think I do okay with it, but I just don't get a lot of views on it, and they don't get monetized, and so and I do it because I like it, but it does fry my brain, and so I try to pace myself. I'm on the road to 25,000, so if you guys do me a favor and hit that subscribe button right there, booyah, and help me out. Now, I am not an expert, right? So I pull up the lyrics because if I'm going to be breaking down bars, I got to be able to read along and make sure. So I don't want to hear, oh, you're reading. I am reading. I'm reading the lyrics. I'm making sure I can do this. So let's go ahead and break down Eminem, Head Honcho. Let's see what they all got to say, and let's jump into this. Oops, play.
Doing my best.
Hold on here. I got to get this thing to work.
Doing my best just to not blow my cover. No, it's all just a test, but I can't pass up this hunger. There's still a hole in my chest, and I'm trying to strap it with numbers. All you hoes got your checks, but I'm a queen when I run up. Cross a king with my hunters, shooting threes in abundance. Rookie G's acting thuggish, you pawns to me, shut the fuck up. Annihilation's what we love, steady hitting, getting dubs. Just wait till we get the guns out. 45 na calibre o 9 ka una bala sa dinami-rami mo.
I'm not gonna be able to break that down. I'm not going to be able to break that down. Yeah, we are. I'm going to have to translate it, though. What's he speaking there? Oh, my gosh. I know he's Filipino, so he's got to be speaking... Oh, what's the language? Let me look this up. The language... I think it's... Oh, jeez. What is this? Hold on. What did he say here? What language? Let's see here. Filipino. But what's the... Oh, it's Tagalog. Tagalog. Okay. Let's go back and break down the English parts, and then we'll get into the Tagalog. Let's do this.
Doing my best just to not blow my cover. No, it's all just a test, but I can't pass up this hunger. There's still a hole in my chest, and I'm trying to strap it with numbers. All you hoes got your checks, but I'm a queen when I run up. Cross a king.
I love this. So right away he's coming into with that undercover assassin energy, and he's like, what he's saying is like he's holding back power so he doesn't have to expose how dangerous he really is. He's like, I'm doing my best not to blow my cover. So that's a great bar. And then he says, no, it's all just a test, but I can't pass up this hunger. So he's saying pretty much that life's a test, and fame's a test, but his ambition's too big to ignore. Like, he's not going to let it go. And then he says, there's still a hole in my chest, and I'm trying to strap it with numbers. Sorry, guys. People say I have COD. No, I have really bad allergies. Okay, so now he's going to do the strap bar, right? He's saying, he's got this emotional wound that's being patched with money, but strap also means, it means bandage, but it also means gun, right? So he's filling the trauma with a hustle. So it's a double entendre there. And then he says, all you hoes got your checks, but I'm the queen when I run up. So now he's going to flip the gender roles, right? He's the queen. Well, you can be a queen, Easy Mill. I'm a goddess. Kidding. You're better at rapping than I am. But he's saying that he's the strongest one on board, that everyone else is just collecting their checks, but he's at the top is what he's saying. Fire. Let's go back and let's kick this down. Let's just start it over.
Doing my best just to not blow my cover. Know it's all just a test, but I can't pass up this hunger. There's still a hole in my chest, and I'm trying to strap it with numbers. All you hoes got your checks, but I'm a queen when I run up cross a king.
And I love the double there, because he says I'm trying to run it up with numbers being like stats, but also money. He's trying to. Again, he's just doing all these layers, and then he's going to go into a king bar here.
Who's got your checks, but I'm a queen when I run up. Cross a king with my hunters, shooting threes in abundance. Rookie G's acting thuggish, you pawns to me, shut the fuck up. Annihilation's what we love, steady hitting, getting dubs. Just wait till we get the guns out.
We're going to stop there for a minute, because we're going to get into this, don't worry. So he says, cross a king with my hunters, shooting threes in abundance. So he's mixing royalty with warriors. Again, shooting threes is both like basketball, but it's also long-range lyrical shots, which I think is fire. He says, rookie G's, I can thug us. He points to me, shut the F up. Again, I don't cuss, guys. I try not to anyways. So he says, even the OGs, the originals, point to him like, y'all shut up. I'll let this guy speak. So ultimately, and we know, because he signed to Eminem, who's the OG rapper, well, there's a lot of them, but that he's got respect from the vets. He's got respect from the old timers. He's got respect from all of these hardcore rappers from back in the day. He's earned their respect, what I think is awesome, because Easy Mill is fire. He says annihilation's what we love. Steady hitting, getting dodged. Just wait till we get the guns out. So again, he's doing his battle talk, constant attacks, people dodging smoke, but he's warning people. He's saying, listen, what I'm doing right now is very light work. Wait until I really start to unload bars on you. And then he's gonna get into this Tagalog section. Let's hear it. I'm gonna translate it. Let's go through this whole Tagalog.
Just wait till we get the guns out. 45 nakalibre o 9. Ikaw na bahala sa dinami-rami mong mali. Utak mo lang may tama. Sakitid mo mag-isip pare. Nakama lang na banat. Naglalim na liman. Ang sarap mong ilublob sa dagat. Di kailangan magpatunay sa sino man ang nakikinig. Di masasalag ng sentido o ng iyong bibig. Picture this, I might be a hero to your little.
Okay, let's break this down. Let me copy this, paste this into Tagalog to English. Okay, so he says, hold on. All right. So he's saying 45 caliber or 9. This is the Tagalog that I'm translating. So the translation is not going to be great. It's Google. 45 caliber or 9, it's up to you. Out of all the mistakes you've made, only your brain is right. Your mind is so narrow, you can't even come up with a line. You pretend to be deep, I'd love to drown you. Oh, that's a bar. I don't need to prove anything to anyone listening. You can't block this with your mind or your mouth. So, let's try to figure out what these bars are. Okay? Because I think the disrespect is jumping like 500% here. 45 caliber or 9, it's up to you. So he's literally asking them, how do you want to die? Do you want the big gun or do you want the fast one? You want bars or flow? Take your pick, because I'm going to kill you. I'm going to take you out. And then he says, out of all the mistakes you've made, only your brain is right. So there's wordplay here. Okay? Now, let's see here. Out of all the mistakes you've made, and that's the word, what? Tama in Tagalog, which means what? Correct. Hit shot. Okay. So I think he's basically saying, he's calling them stupid and saying your head's the only thing that's getting hit. Only your brain is right, like right in the target, He says your mind is so narrow, so he's doing a double here. He's doing a play on words, not a double. He's doing a play on words. Your mind is only right, it's right in the target, but your mind is so narrow that it can't even come up with a line. So what I think he's doing, he's calling out all the deep fake rappers that listen, you guys, you're garbage. And I got you in my scope, is what he's saying. And then he says, and as he's calling out the fake rappers, he goes even deeper. He says, you pretend to be deep. I'd love to drown you. And so he's going from a very like, how do you want to die, to like, I'm going to kill you now very quickly. I'm going to murder you. I don't need to prove to anyone. So he says, I don't need to prove anything to anyone listening. Again, these are all translations. I'm doing the best I can. So he knows that he's fired up, and he knows that he's on target, and he knows that he's a militant in his bars, and he's saying, like, my self-confidence is locked in. I've got this. And he says, you can't block this with your mind or your mouth. Again, your brain and your words will not be able to defend against the bars I'm about to shoot in your direction. So that's fire. That's fire. Now he's gonna get back into English, so I can actually understand it. Let's go.
Picture this, I might be a hero to your little kid, or a villain. Either way, I'm the fucking head honcho. Money come from my...
Oh, so that was the end of the bar. So, and then he goes into the hook. So he's saying that whether you love me or hate me, I'm still the main character. You know, I could be the hero to your kid or the villain, but I'm the main guy. So let's go into the hook. Let's listen to this.
A hero to your little kid, or a villain. Either way, I'm the fucking head honcho. Money come from my flow, the clip a lead blanco. Get the bread pronto. Yeah, I'm the head.
You switched to Spanish?
Money come from my flow, clip a lead blanco. Then get the bread pronto. I got loose scripts.
All right, so how many languages does Easy Mills speak? Now, I grew up in Los Angeles, LA, right? In Orange County, LA. So, you know, again, when he says Que Hugo Blanco, I know what that is. It's what's up, white boy? How's it going, white boy? But he says, I'm the head honcho. Money comes from my flow. Again, this hook is like I'm the boss, and it's got fire. I love it. He's saying rap is my business. Rap is how I eat. Rap is what feeds me. You know? It's like, what's up, white boy? You want to get the money fast? And dude, he's flexing because he's done 3 languages now. I mean, I know it's only like a phrase, but he's done English, he's done the other one, the Filipino language, and now he's doing the Spanish one. So flex, buddy, flex. Let's do this. That hook's fire. Oh, and when I'm breaking down a song and lyrically, guys, there's gonna be a lot of pauses. You have to deal with it. I know I'm not for everybody, so the haters, just, you can press next. I don't even care. You know, we're breaking down the song the best I can.
Get the bread pronto, yeah, I'm the head honcho. Money come from my flow, clip a lead blind, go then get the bread pronto. I got loose scripts, 2 grip, that's the shit I'm smooth with. I'm the new kid that these fathers can't fool with. Shit, my new slips, I tighter than how these boots fit. I got that new drip that drown Titanic or cruise ships. Don't you dip and dabble too close, just watch us from a distance. I don't fuck with all that glucose, you falling need assistance. I could do the same, but who knows? I'd rather say get riddance, Jack the Ripper, ripping paroles, annihilate with persistence. I try to say something different, but by today I'm just spitting to rhyme while making a living. But mama say that I'm different, she proud of how I do business. I kinda resemble hitmen, they got away from the killing. I'm the head honcho.
Oh,
come from
that's fire.
Dip and dabble too close, just watch shit. My new slips, I tighter than how these boots fit. I got that new wit, I'm the new kid that these fathers can't fool with. Shit, my new slips, then get the bread pronto.
All right, we're gonna break this down. Okay, let's break this down.
I got loose scripts, 2 grip, that's the shit I'm smooth with. I'm the new kid that these fathers can't fool with. Shit, my new...
All right, so I got loose strips, 2 grip. That's the cheat that I'm smooth with. So he's doing money talk and he's doing weapon talk at the same time. So he's doing a double. He's doing some wordplay here and doubles here. And then he says, I'm the new kid these fathers can't fool with. Now, I love this because he's saying, listen, I am the OG's son that y'all can't stop. You know, I'm beyond your level. I've come up through the OGs and I'm past that. So that's fire. Let's break down the rest of these bars.
I got loose scripts, 2 grip, that's the shit I'm smooth with. I'm the new kid that these fathers can't fool with. Shit, my new slips, I tighter than how these boots fit. I got that new drip that drown Titanic or cruise ships. Don't you dip and dabble too close, just watch us from a distance. I don't fuck with all that glucose, you falling need assistance. I could do the same, but who knows? I'd rather say get riddance, Jack the Ripper, ripping paroles, annihilate with persistence. I try to say something different, but by today I'm just spitting to rhyme while making a living. But mama say that I'm different, she proud of how I do business. I kinda resemble hitmen, they got away from the killing. I'm the head.
Dude, that's so fire. That's so fire, dude. I love Easy Mill. He's so good. So he's talking about, he says, slips tighter than how these boots fit. So he's talking about how tight his work is. There's no loose ends. Like he's got this dialed in. There's you're not gonna see him slipping, is what he's saying. Like he's got it. And then he says, what do you say? New drip that's drowned the Titanical ship, or So again, he's doing the Titanic bar, going off the drowning bar that he did earlier. I mean, he's just flexing at this point, and he's like, listen, my drip is so heavy that it sunk the Titanic. That my bars are so heavy that you're going down, buddy. You can't do with it. And then he says, don't dip and dabble. Again, a play on the dip, the drowning, the ship, all that. Don't dip and dabble too close. I don't F with that glucose. So again, a warning. He's saying, listen, guys, stay in your lane. Don't come over here. I should be over here. Don't come over here. Stay in your lane. I don't mess with that glucose, right? So I don't deal with sweet. I don't deal with fake people. I don't deal with those with glucose. Like, I'm beyond that. You're an allergy to me. I'm not going there. And then he says, good riddance. And he does the Jack the Ripper ripping paroles bar. And he's comparing his lyricism to like a serial killer. And again, that's like a classic Slim Shady influence. This is Priscilla. She wants to say hi. Say hi, Priscilla. Hi, baby girl. Hi. Okay. You gotta sit on my lap, baby. And then he says, my mom is proud of how I handle my business because I'm like a hitman who retired. Meaning this, he's saying that his hustle is cold, it's ruthless, but it's clean and it's professional. And he's like a killer who has switched careers, is what he's saying. So this is fire. This is great. This is great. And his mom, and he's still honoring his mom with that. And then he goes into this powerful, oh, what am I doing here? powerful.
Honcho, money come from my flow, the clip a lead blanco. Get the bread pronto, yeah, I'm the head honcho.
They call me the boss, though. You can call me Marshall.
Get the bread pronto.
Before we get to M, because M always goes last, the energy here is cool because he's like, you can call me Marshall. And, now I have a feeling that the throne's going to be reclaimed by the king. By Mr. Shady himself, by Mr. Eminem, by Marshall Mathers. Okay, let's hear his bar and then we'll break it down.
So yeah, I'm the head honcho.
They call me the boss, though. You can call me Marshall.
Get the bread pronto.
You relate to me, guess you never been angry or sad. Or maybe just have never had to face any adversity. Take any ass whippings I basically had to see some shit that'd make you faint like you're faking a jab. Bitch, you wish you had a life like mine. You just fantasize the shit you write. You guys like lying. Everything you ever been through multiplied by 9. Ain't even half the shit I went through by the time I was 5. Like what? Saw my uncle get stabbed, took a knife right in the abs, and all he was trying to do was get my tricycle back. Yeah, the one that Boogie, Malcolm, and Isaac just jacked. After they jumped me and stumped me and hit me twice with a bat. Was 5.5, second time I survived an attack. 2 twins, they called themselves the Bulldogs, white kids and fat. I was too frightened to scrap, I didn't fight or hit back. And you wonder why is it that I treat a mic like a gat. When I pull it, a bullet from out a barrel the size of a derringer flies. That's how I would characterize lyrics, but America, I could see the fear in your eyes. You saw my terrible side, the blonde hair and blue eyes. Now the writing is on the wall like graffiti still. If you haven't,
the blonde hair, blue eyes, again, going back to Shady, the bad side. We're going to break this down. This is fire.
Trouble reading will make it simple. He's Easy Gill. Easy name to remember, cause his rap name is the same. It's like 10 minutes on stages for me. Easy Mill, or should I say Measly Mill? Yeah, cause it sure as Ma used to feed me. Sleeping pills to keep me sleepy still. It was creepy cause Nietzsche could have easily Casey Anthony'd me. These rappers, I'm above them, but punching down ain't beneath me. Cold as the wind chill factor, but the fact is I don't know when to chill. But every time I come out, they expect me to fucking reinvent the wheel. Rappers get praised for spitting bars with less than a tenth of skill. Imbecile on the ledge like a benzo pill on the windowsill. Now canceled ain't the word for me. You need a term that's probably stronger than dirty laundry. This controversy got me.
I love that beat change.
In the worst of quandaries, feel like the Earth's axis, the world's turning on me. Like them cops in Akron, Ohio, with Jalen Walker. Ain't caught this much flack in a while, since back as a child. And all I did was say like one thing bad, then it spiraled. Saw you cracking a smile, then relapsed in the mild ways back in the vial. Guess there ain't no civilizing a savage, and I don't give a fuck if you hate me worse than East Track on Revival. Bitch, I'm back like a spinal, get it cracking like Kairos. It's the coup de grace, I'm cruder than removing claws from a cougar's paws and throwing it back in the wild. But you taming me ain't gonna happen, and I'll live on planet denial for the rest of my life. But you'll be a stand till I die, though. Stand till I die, though.
Dude, that's fire. What? No, I don't want the commercial. All right, hold on.
Time to help people customize and save with Liberty Mutual. Easy.
Let's kick this back.
It's a rental.
The government is banning this $39 electric lighter next month, and this is your last shot.
You guys like lying. Every adversity take
the bread pronto.
you don't relate to me. Guess you
Okay, let's break these down.
never been angry or sad, or maybe just have never had to face any adversity. Take any ass whippings I basically had to see some shit that'd make you faint like you're faking a jab. Bitch, you wish you.
Dude, that's fire, because what M's doing here is, you know, he says, you don't relate to me. I'm built different, is what he's saying. And he's showing this contrast, like, and he's doing this boxing metaphor between feint, fake, jab, this whole wordplay. So I love this scheme, this rhyme scheme that he's doing, and it's fire. But it's also sad because he's going to go into the story of like what he had to see and witness and experience at 5.5 years old, watching, you know, was it his uncle? He said his uncle got stabbed, you know, trying to protect him from getting his little tricycle. So he's been dealing with violence for a while, his whole life. Dude, I love M's storytelling because he's so real, and he uses that like you guys are fake. You guys are fake. But let's go into this some more.
Just have never had to face any adversity. Take any ass whippings I basically had to see some shit that'd make you faint like you're faking a jab. Bitch, you wish you had a life like mine. You just fantasize the shit you write. You guys like lying. Everything you ever been through multiplied by 9. Ain't even half the shit I went through by the time I was 5. Like what? Saw my uncle get stabbed.
I like that because he's like, yeah, the stuff, you can multiply your stuff by 9. And again, I think there's a play there on A9, like, you know, I've got my 9, my Glock. But it's like you can multiply it by 9, and it's not even going to be half of what I went through by the time I was 5. And then you hear in the background, like what? And so he's saying, listen, your trauma can't touch the stuff I've gone through. My trauma built me. My trauma made me who I am. And then he's going to get into this trauma of what it was, and it's just
everything you ever been through multiplied by 9. Ain't even half the shit I went through by the time I was 5. Like what? Saw my uncle get stabbed, took a knife right in the abs, and all he was trying to do was get my tricycle back. Yeah, the one that Boogie, Malcolm, and Isaac just jacked after they jumped me and stunned.
Think about it, man. The image here, his childhood is mixed with innocence and violence, you know? And M is showing that, listen, I've got the trauma, and he's like, you know, I'm stacking trauma like receipts. Like, I have so much that I've gone through in my life, and this is why I am who I am. And it's just heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking.
Everything you ever been through multiplied by 9. Ain't even half the shit I went through by the time I was 5. Like what? Saw my uncle get stabbed, took a knife right in the abs, and all he was trying to do was get my tricycle back. Yeah, the one that Boogie, Malcolm, and Isaac just jacked after they jumped me and stumped me and hit me twice with a bat.
He's calling out names now.
Was 5.5, second time I survived an attack. 2 twins, they called themselves the Bulldogs, white kids and fat. I was too frightened to scrap, I didn't fight or hit back. And you wonder why is it that I treat a mic like a gat. When I pull it.
Oh yeah. He's saying, listen, I was, you know, there was these 2 twins. They called themselves Bulldogs. They were white kids and they were fat, you know, but M was too scared to fight back when he was younger, and he says, this is why I treat the mic like a gun, like a gat, you know? And it's such a cool bar because it's like I've suppressed rage and I've turned it into rap. I'm using the mic as an assault weapon, and I'm attacking. And I'll tell you what, M is good at that. M is an expert at that. Oh, this bar is so heartbreaking.
I was too frightened to scrap, I didn't fight or hit back. And you wonder why that was 5.5, second time I survived an attack. 2 twins, they called themselves the Bulldogs, white kids and fat. I was too frightened to scrap, I didn't fight or hit back. And you wonder why is it that I treat a mic like a gat. When I pull it, a bullet from out a barrel the size of a derringer flies. That's how I would characterize lyrics, but I'm
Oh, dude, this is such a cool cadence switch in the flow. Fully loaded, but I pull it, a bullet from out of the barrel the size of a derringer flies. That's how I would characterize lyrics. So he's describing his words as bullets, but his flow is almost as it's like not fast, but it's like just the flow of shots ringing out. It's just so incredible. Em, you're gonna fry my brain.
Hit back and you wonder why is it that I treat a mic like a gaddy loaded, but I pull it a bullet from out a barrel the size of a derringer flies. That's how I would characterize lyrics, but America, I could see the fear in your eyes. You saw my terrible side, the blonde hair and blue eyes. Now the writing is on the wall like graffiti still.
That's the villain everyone hated, Slim Shady.
I could see the fear in your eyes. You saw my terrible side, the blonde hair and blue eyes. Now the writing is on the wall like graffiti still. If you're having trouble reading, we'll make it simple. He's Easy Gill, easy name to remember, cause his rap name is the same. It's like 10 minutes on stages for me. Easy Mill, or should I say Measly Mill? Yeah, cause it sure is.
Dude, there's so much here. So we're going to break this down. He's doing, like, I think a triple entendre. He's doing all this wordplay. So he says, the writing's on the wall like graffiti. Because obviously that's a given. Graffiti's on the wall. But he also mentions Ezekiel. And in the book of Ezekiel, you have the story of the writing on the wall. God's hand writes on the wall where Ezekiel was judged. Or the king in Ezekiel was judged. And what he's saying here, now the writing's on the wall, like graffiti still. If you're having trouble reading, again, you would read the graffiti or the writing wall. We'll make it simple. He's Ezekiel, easy, so Easy Mill, easy name to remember. So what he's doing here, you want to know who the king is? He's introducing Easy Mill, right? He's the king. Or maybe he's the new prince because M's the king. Yeah, I would say he's the new prince, right? And then he says, because his rap name is the same as like 10 minutes on stage is for me. Oh, what's 10 minutes on stage for Easy? Or for Eminem? It's Easy Mill. It's an easy million. Or should I say a measly mill? So there's a triple here. It's Easy Mill as in easy mill, or an easy million, or easy meal. Performance is nothing to him. And I love this because he's layering rhyme on top of rhyme on top of rhyme. And this is fire. You know, and he's doing a flex. Like, a million is light work for him. I can make an easy meal. It's nothing. Could you make me an easy meal? I would love it. I will never be at the caliber you are. I am probably one of the stands as well. But, dude, this is fire. He's always going to do wordplay. Always.
On the wall like graffiti still. If you're having trouble reading, we'll make it simple. He's Easy Gill, easy name to remember, cause his rap name is the same. It's like 10 minutes on stages for me. Easy Mill, or should I say Measly Mill? Yeah, cause it sure as Ma used to feed me. Sleeping pills to keep me sleepy still. It was creepy cause of Nietzsche. Could have easily Casey Anthony'd me. These rappers I'm a...
Dude, that's so dark. That is so dark. He's saying that his mom drugged him and could have killed him. And then he references Casey Anthony, who was the mother of Kaylee Anthony. And Kaylee Anthony went missing in 2005. And her mom didn't report her missing for like 30 days or 31 days, like a month. And she was caught in some lies, and she eventually was arrested for the murder of her own daughter. And this is what he's saying, that my mom used to drug me and could have killed me. And I just think that is just so sad and dark.
His rap name is the same. It's like 10 minutes on stages for me. Easy Mill, or should I say Measly Mill? Yeah, cause it sure as Ma used to feed me. Sleeping pills to keep me sleepy still. It was creepy cause of Nietzsche. Could have easily Casey Anthony'd me. These rappers, I'm above them, but punching down ain't beneath me.
He said, listen, I'm so far above you. All you rappers are below me. You know, but even if you're beneath me, you can still get the smoke. I'm that petty. I fly above petty, and I fly above any of these lower rappers too. I'll go after all of y'all. I love that.
To feed me, sleeping pills to keep me sleepy still. It was creepy cause of Nietzsche. Could have easily Casey Anthony'd me. These rappers, I'm above them, but punching down ain't beneath me. Cold as the wind chill factor, but the fact is I don't know when to chill. But every time I come out, they expect me to fucking reinvent the wheel. Rappers get...
And this is where the beat changes, but he says, cold as the wind chill factor, but the fact is I don't know when to chill. So you have wind chill, and you have, cold is the wind chill, and then there's the chill factor, and then I don't know when to chill. So it's triple wordplay here. And he's talking about, and then he goes on to talk about the pressure of legendary status that they expect him every time that he comes out here to reinvent the wheel. And I mean, that's real. That's real. They expect him to reinvent it. And even though he may not reinvent the wheel, he could be a billion times better than everybody else, but they're going to give him more slack because he didn't reinvent the wheel because he's Slim Shady. He's Easy E. What did I say? Easy E. I'm thinking Easy Mill. He's Slim Shady. He's Marshall Mathers. He's Eminem. He's the GOAT. And so, yeah, dude, he's spitting.
These rappers, I'm above them, but punching down ain't beneath me. Cold as the wind chill factor, but the fact is I don't know when to chill. But every time I come out, they expect me to fucking reinvent the wheel. Rappers get praised for spitting bars with less than a tenth of skill. Imbecile on the ledge like a benzo pill on the windowsill. Now canceled.
See, now he's calling out the whole industry here. He's like, listen, you guys have put these expectations on me that you don't put on anybody else, and he mentions the benzo pill, which, it's a drug on the ledge, like suicidal imagery is what he's talking about. And he's like, listen, all you rappers, you're all on edge when I come out. Like, you can't beat me, and yet I don't get the props you guys get, is what he's saying. Dude, yeah.
Fucking reinvent the wheel, rappers get praised. I'm above them, but punching down ain't beneath me. Cold as the wind chill factor, but the fact is I don't know when to chill. But every time I come out, they expect me to fucking reinvent the wheel. Rappers get praised for spitting bars with less than a tenth of skill. Imbecile on the ledge like a benzo pill on the windowsill. Now canceled ain't the word for me. You need a term that's probably stronger than dirty laundry. This controversy got
I think that's Easy Mill in the background doing that. He says, cancel's not the word for me. You need a term that's probably stronger than dirty laundry. Think about it. And then Easy Mill, if that's him, it might be him, I don't know, but he says, hell, there's a stronger word. But he's like, listen, you guys have attacked me so often and so much that you can't cancel me. And again, canceling doesn't even cover it, right? You need something stronger than dirty laundry. Stronger than being canceled. Dude, that's a fire bar.
On the ledge like a benzo pill on the windowsill. Now canceled ain't the word for me. You need a term that's probably stronger than dirty laundry. This controversy got me in the worst of quandaries. Feel like the earth's axis, the world's turning on me. Like them cops in Akron, Ohio, with Jalen Walker. Ain't caught this much flack in a while since back as a child. And all I...
Let's break that down too. So first he says, I feel like the earth's axis, the world's turning on me, which means they're coming against him. And then he makes a comparison to what happened with the shooting and killing of Jalen Walker from Ohio, Akron, Ohio. Now, this happened in 2022. What happened was Jalen was at a traffic stop. He fled. He ran. The police shot and killed him. It was this big controversy in Ohio, nationwide. And what M is saying that, listen, my controversial rap style, the world turning on me, like the controversy it did in this scenario, my rap style is a cause of the outcry that's similar to the Jalen shooting. My style brings me flack too, is what he's saying, and my style brings me stuff, but you can't cancel me. But I carry the weight of the world on my shoulders, and the world's turning on me. Dude, M, I love how real he is. M is just he's the GOAT.
Probably stronger than dirty laundry. This controversy got me in the worst of quandaries. Feel like the earth's axis, the world's turning on me. Like them cops in Akron, Ohio, with Jalen Walker. Ain't caught this much flack in a while since back as a child. And all I did was say like one thing bad, then it spiraled. Saw you cracking a smile, then relapsed in a mild ways back in the vial. Guess there ain't no civilizing a savage, and I don't give a fuck if you hate me worse than these track on revival. Bitch, I'm back.
Dude, that's so fire. He says, all I did was say like one bad thing, then it spiraled. Priscilla, baby. Come on, we're doing a reaction here. You want up here? Say hi. Say hi. There you go. There you go. You're going to have to sit with me for a minute. Here, sit back here. Okay, he says, again, I'm looking at the lyrics here. All I did was say one bad thing, then it spiraled. Saw you cracking a smile, then relapse, and then he's going to do a relapse thing into my old ways, back into vile. So he's talking about how cancel culture hits him. It's like an immediate snowball effect, right? And he admits that criticism pushes him back into the Slim Shady mode, which we love our Slim Shady. And then he says, guess there ain't no civilizing a savage, talking about himself. And I don't do He says, I don't give an F if you hate me worse than my track on Revival. And so I love this because he's doing a self-diss, right? And only Eminem's going to diss his own album. But I'm going to say, man, I loved Revival. I thought Revival was a fire album. And I know people didn't like his accents and they've given him a slack on that. But, dude, Revival was a great album, you know? And he's put out so much gold. And then people just insult him on something. But that's what haters do, right? That's what
like a spinal, get it cracked bad, then it spiraled. Saw you crack in a smile, then relapsed in a mile. Ways back in the vial. Guess there ain't no civilizing a savage, and I don't give a fuck if you hate me worse than he's track on Revival. Bitch, I'm back like a spinal, get it cracking like Kairos. It's the
I love that. Saw you cracking a smile, and then he's like, I'm back like a spinal, getting cracking like Kairos. So he's doing this whole chiropractor wordplay here, again, which is fire.
There ain't no civilizing a savage, and I don't give a fuck if you hate me worse than he's track on Revival. Bitch, I'm back like a spinal, get it cracking like Kairos. It's the coup de grace, I'm cruder than removing claws from a cougar's paws and throwing it back in the wild. But you taming me ain't gonna happen, and I'll live on planet denial for the rest of my life. But you'll be a stand till I die though. Stand till I die though.
Dude, I love this because he's taken everything that he said and he's brought it back full circle. He's like, I'm cooler than removing claws from a cougar's paw, which no one's going to do that. And I throw it back in the wild, or throwing it back in the wild. But you taming me, going on that wordplay, you taming me ain't going to happen. I live on planet denial. Again, the whole, the axis spinning, the world's turned on me, that whole thing. He says, for the rest of my life, I'm going to live on axis denial or planet denial. But you will be a stand till I die, though. Dude, that is such barbaric, shady imagery, but it's so clever. And, you know, he says, listen, he's going to refuse to soften. M's not going anywhere. He's not going to be some soft guy. And then he gives that final punch, right? The biggest haters watch everything that he does. Everyone watches what I do. You can hate me all you want, but you're all streaming me. Everyone's streaming me, and I've got the numbers. Man, this track is fire. It's crazy. And I love that, one, I forgot Easy Mill was on it. But Easy Mill does show why M signed him, you know, with the flipping of the different languages, the violence metaphor, the boss energy, I'm coming up, and I've got the respect of the OGs. I just think it's fire. So that's my long-winded breakdown. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button right there. Well, it's probably not up there. But guys, I'm toast. I gotta stop. Like, my brain hurts. This has killed me because, and this is probably one of the easier things, but the bars on here are just fire and like insane. So thank you guys. I hope you guys have a blessed day, and show me some love. Leave a comment, leave a like, share the video. Let's, you know, if you like the way I break down bars, share the word, because I really struggle getting traction into the hip hop scene, and I love the hip hop scene. I do hip hop. I've got some hip hop songs on there. You can go to my Amy's Music, my playlist. I've got plenty of songs on there. Yeah, check the stuff out. You guys can see I love this stuff, and I'd love to see more traction on it. All right, God bless you, and I will talk to you guys on the next one. Bye.